All right, y'all. So it is Monday night. It is time for another episode with your boys, the Monarchs of Wrestling. Your host, Cool McCain. I am joined by my co-host, the man that I feel like has some things he wants to say, some things he wants to slap around the universe, and all that tonight. And that would be the Playmaker. Playmaker, what is up, man?
So much to think about from just 1 week of wrestling. So much.
So much, sir.
It's
So,
just
with that in mind, we're going to kind of slide into things, but you may see the NXTNA segment here going to be a little shorter than most of the times because we need some time to get through this AEW pay-per-view that we didn't pick last week because we had to talk about last week too. WWE's doing a lot. And I know my boy is feeling a certain type of way about some of that.
To be honest with y'all, one thing that comes to NXT and TNA is pretty much previewing Roadblock. That's pretty much it, because that is tomorrow night.
You know how I feel about the Roadblock tomorrow night. You know what? We'll pick matches for Roadblock. We'll pick matches.
I know how you feel about these type of shows during the week, but it is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. The comments are already going. We know who's in the comments already.
Oh, I know.
Ready.
Oh, I know. I was waiting on it.
You got Roadblock up?
Yep, I have Roadblock up. So the legends from the show, Legends and Future Great Show, The Undertaker, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Mickey James are set to appear tomorrow night inside Madison Square Garden. Wonder why they're appearing and why that's being announced. What they got going on is the question. So y'all just can't appear and do nothing. Y'all gotta do something for the world to know that y'all gonna show up at Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely. I don't disagree, sir.
Street fight, Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. All right, Javon, this is your moment to get your dub. If you can't get it here at Roadblock at Madison Square Garden, we know where you're going to fall to next.
He'll be on NXT level up after that.
Just saying, like you already took your first of all, you already got put on the show by Ethan Page, and then you already took your L to Ethan Page. Now it's your turn to get your dub back.
Yeah, you got to get your win back for sure.
So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. All right, let's get a little tricky here.
Tricky no Willie?
Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez.
I'm gonna use your same logic for the last match. Jordan already caught the L. Now she is actually part of NXT. No NA. So I think she's gonna get the win.
All right. I'm rolling with the Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut gets the dub. And this is her first singles match on the card since he's been king part of NXT. Yeah, I'm about to go with the Jordan Grace here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace. So clean sweep for Javon Evans and Jordan Grace so far.
Yeah.
Now let's get to it. We have 3 title matches. The Hardy Boys, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, put their titles on the line against the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fat Sim.
Clearly, the Hardy Boys are going to win this match.
I'm thinking the same thing.
If both sets of belts were on the line, it would be more iffy. But with only one set being on, they're going to keep them.
I'm with Cool on that one. I'm going Hardys. Because to be honest, I'm going to go ahead and spoil the next match because I don't think another company is winning the other company's title. So I'm going with Obafemi to keep his NXT championship against Moose.
I agree with that because Moose has 80 enemies. The system has another 20. So it'll be easy for some of those people to come out and help thwart the system.
So yeah, I'm going with that. And then A match that Kuma Kane spoiled last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
Champion versus champion. Julia putting her NXT Women's title on the line against Stephanie Raquel, who's putting her NXT Women's North American Championship on the line. Only one can leave double champion at Madison Square Garden.
it has been made clear this is not a match where they're trying to condense the two championships. The winner will be double champion. But again, one person is hurt. It's Julia. So the queer should win.
Stephanie for the dub tomorrow night. And that is your NXT Roadblock card for tomorrow.
You know, there ain't gonna be a lot of matches because Triple H doing it. My man believe in 7 matches. Only if one of them is a pre-show match.
When the last time you had a pre-show match?
I'm just saying that's the only way you get anything close to 7. One of them, at least one of them, got to be a pre-show match. I'm just saying that's what they, Triple H is a 5 to maybe 6 match pay-per-view or premium live event or major regular show in the middle of the week when people are watching something else type thing.
I get you.
So quickly hop over to TNA just to get that the other half of NXTNA out of the way here. Couple of quick things. So Elijah had his first match, singles match against Brian Myers of the System, whom he beat. Of course, the System to whoop that trick afterwards. And in that happening, Joe Hendrick came out with a guitar to make the save because they're buddy right now until he turns on him to take his championship. Obafemi, of course, was here. There's some other matches, y'all, but there's not really like TNA has these weeks where it's just like there's matches, but it's like we have other things to talk about. Like Mike Santana had a match with John Schuyler, who's part of that little clique with Mustafa Ali. Of course, Mike Santana's being positioned as a top guy, so he won against half of a tag team. That's expected. So glad they at least had sense enough to do that. AJ Francis had a match with Steve Macklin, and he won the match. Shout out to AJ Francis.
Let's go, AJ. We see you.
He still be back and everything. Yeah, on top of that. Then we got the face-to-face between Obafemi and Moose. Moose tells Obafemi that he can stop everybody but him. That gets a little physical. You know how that always happens. So we ain't going to really go into that. The Northern Army took on Ace Austin and the Rascals, who have kind of become a team. Ace Austin's tag team partner got hurt. The Rascals, trio's partner, turned on them. So kind of found some buddy-buddiness together. And, of course, who would you think won that match, sir? I got to do at least one a week.
I can't say what I really want to say. So I put it like this. Who cares?
The Northern Army won. Eric Young's the biggest star out of this 6 people.
And they ain't saying much.
In the Northern Army, so they won.
Saying he's the biggest star ain't really saying much.
Yes, not really saying. It's really not. So yeah, we had some. Tesha Blanchard came out and blindsided Masha Slamovich. They had this thing about Santana and he couldn't be able to wrestle because he can't pass his drug test, but he did pass his drug test. I don't know why this has anything to do with the show, but it's here. Ryan Namath came out, said Nick Namath will be back. TNA in 8 days at Sacrifice. Didn't even realize that he'd been gone. So main event, the Hardys against the Colognes. The Hardys beat the Colognes by disqualification. And then, of course, we're getting the 10-man match at Sacrifice. So, yeah, there's that. Talk about Sacrifice next week. Not a big week for NXTNA, especially leading into a week that there's going to be a pay-per-view coming. So it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. All we can do is tell you what they're not doing. They got to be better. So that being said, we'll hit a commercial break. We come back. AEW Revolution. We're going to dig into it.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson Brown stood 1-2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. It's time to dig into Revolution. I want to tell y'all, Revolution was really going well. Then we got to the main event. But we're going to talk about that. Revolution got really well, and then we got into the main event. Once we got into the main event of Revolution, we'll get there. We will get there. And momentarily we'll be being joined by another, we'll say regular to an extent, here on the show. So we'll get into that too. And I know why she's here, and I expected her to be here. So let's hit the comments real quick first. We got a couple of comments. Let's hit that first. Then after we hit that, maybe our guests will be ready. If not, all right. So BS3 in the morning with Cole Johnson, Mr. Johnson himself. Y'all seen him with us the last few weeks. He says Jon Moxley destroying a wrestling organization one match at a time. He did not lie. There's no lie in what he said.
All right, Damian Johnson.
He also singing, Naomi knocking out you hoes. Let her cook. Jade trucking all you foes. Let her cook.
Matter of fact, what is Damian tonight?
Cole clears throat. So sorry. Good evening, Monarchs. Good evening, Mr. Johnson. Cole then says, when are they going to forever Jack Javon Evans' jaw? He's supposed. I feel like they're trying to build him as a future star. So he got to win sometimes. He ain't got to win all the time, but he needs to win sometimes. We need a little bit better at that. All right. Cole says, Jordan has to look good as officially a part of the WWE. Singing, Roxanne. Speaking needs to take the L. This is true. All right. Cole also says, gymnastics, gymnastics light, the Hardys win. Braxton is kind of gymnastics light too. Cole does say Obo will be made to look strong against Moose. He will. I think Moose will be made to look strong as well, but he will catch that L. He'll look well catching that L. Cole says, and Stephanie Vaquero will rule NXT after tomorrow night. Well, get well quick, Julia. Right. Can't be champion if you're hurt. So this is a good way to take the belt off and not have to really interrupt any storylines, because you can plug Stephanie Vaquero in anything you were doing with Julia and kind of keep it moving. And then when she comes back, you just make it happen. Ms. Williams says, hey guys, just got off work. Hello, glad to have you checking in on us, Miss Williams. Philly says, what's going on? What's going on, Philly? Always supporting the project, so appreciate that. Colin says, the highlight of the night, timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May. We will talk about that. And he also says Tony Khan needs to have an intervention staged on him after Sunday night.
Intervention?
Yeah, after that main event, he definitely needs an intervention because the powder tornadoes have become tsunamis of powder, and it's getting to be too much.
We've been doing this show for how long? And now he needs an intervention?
Now he needs an intervention.
What the?
You know why he needs intervention? I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because you started so well, but you can tell as you built up in your powder, we'll still call it tornadoes, but I think they're rapidly becoming tsunamis. Once it got to its crescendo,
not crescendo,
it became something that was a little wild. So that's why I would agree with Mr. Johnson.
Oh, look who's in the
building. Big Bro was in the building. Chris Bass, he says, what's good, gentlemen? What is going on, Mr. Bass?
Mr. Bass, what's good?
Taking us out. We are elated, ecstatic, a little hyped as well. Have you checking us out? So
do we have to talk about Zero Hour, or can we just go straight to the card?
We're going to quickly go over 0 Hour. Literally, this is the match who won. Keep it moving. Just for those who may be slightly interested, but we're not going to spend any time other than that. Is that fair?
Right, because I'm definitely not interested in whatsoever.
Yeah, we're just going. This was the match. This who won. Keep it moving. All right, I believe our surprise guest is ready here, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our guest on. Y'all know her. Y'all seen her before.
Hey,
what's going on, Miss Yolanda? How are you today?
I'm good. Had to hurry and get off work.
Hey, if you anything like me, the less time you can spend dealing with work at all is the best time.
Full disclosure, I needed my sister on here for one special reason.
Oh, I know why she's here. I already knew. I understand.
Black girl magic.
To WWE, we gonna we gonna talk about it. I know it. I already know.
The fact I didn't even tell you, and you know,
so
around.
We are gonna start here. Okay. So 0 Hour show is basically gonna go like this.
Good gracious.
Lee Johnson and Blake Christian were against Commander and Hologram. Hologram and Commander won. Yippee-yi-yay. All right, Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom went against Shane Taylor Promotions. And Garcia and Undisputed Kingdom defeated Shane Taylor Promotions. If you've watched anything to do with AEW, you know Shane Taylor Promotions never wins. So it's a given. Whoever you're fighting, you're going to beat them. They never win. They beat you up, they talk trash, and then they never win. Never. On TV. Ring of Honor Championship match definitely belongs on 0 Hour. It actually belongs on a Ring of Honor card and not even 0 Hour, if you ask me, because
it ain't even happened.
But yeah,
it ain't even happened. So,
but there was no match. So beat down, no match. All right, then we had Orange Cassidy, Big Boom AJ, and Mark Briscoe versus MXM Collection and Johnny TV. Hot Mess versus Hotter Mess was this match. And that would be Big Boom AJ and MXM Collection is the Hot Mess and Hotter Mess. This match was so bad.
The fact that Orange Cassidy is in this match, the fact that Orange Cassidy was in this match, you know who won.
Or Mark Briscoe was disrespectful. This match was so bad that people were like, this is not even representative of what AEW does. Like, this match was so bad that AEW people, including myself, feel like this lowered the bar for AEW. That's how bad this was. And you're right, Cassidy Briscoe and Big Boom AJ won. So, thankfully, we are past the debacle that was the pre-show.
Put
the pre-show and the main event were put together by the same producer. Okay.
0 Hour show.
0 Hour. Well, he's not wearing his black anymore. He's back to wearing his light jeans. So he's pre-show again, I guess. He's only main event when he's got his black. So if you want main event Orange Cassidy, he needs to be wearing his black jeggings. And
carry on. Jeez Louise. 0 Hour.
Yes, sir. Hangman Adam Page, MJF, brutal match. Obviously, we knew Hangman was going to win. You can't go beat up somebody's mentor and all that and then win them. Hangman won with Angel's Wings, which is Christopher Daniels' move. And then he finished him off with the buckshot lariat. It was a good match between both of these guys, but I mean, we kind of knew based on the story who was going to win. And that, for me, takes away some of the fun, and maybe it's just because I'm a know-it-all jerk. Possibly.
Did Hangman come out with a new cut? Or was it just me?
I can never tell about Hangman. I think he might have cut some of the hair off, but it's always wild and just, you know what I'm saying? I never really can tell.
Okay.
It might have been less wild hair, but it's always the same wild. So it possibly was a little bit shorter, but yeah, it's always just wild and stringy. So, you know, it may have been just less wild and stringy. Yo, any thoughts on this match? I know you didn't want to talk about the pre-show at all.
No. AEW Revolution was only maybe 3 matches that was worth talking about out of the 13 they had.
Fair enough. 13. Fair enough. All those pre-shows definitely.
This is y'all wonder why Kuma can't be going off on AEW when it comes to pay-per-views. This is why.
I mean, it was like 13 matches.
Yes.
You had 5 matches on a 0 hour. Why?
Exactly.
Watcher fatigue is a real thing in AEW. It really is.
Only match I really want to talk about is my girls. So, you know.
Absolutely. And it's not this match between girls. So speaking of matches that no one wants to talk about, TBS Championship match, Momo Watanabe versus Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné won. How about that?
We knew that.
On to the next.
Is it like...
Yeah, on to the next one.
Why does she have a title reign?
So this is a match that may be worth at least talking a tad bit about. It is going to tie into something later on. So
for you, yes, it is.
Follow me, y'all. Just a tad bit. Not a lot, just a tad bit.
It don't matter. One of the competitors is your guy.
For the AEW World Championship. I mean, but it's still a number 1 contenders match.
That too. But it still features your guy, though. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, it's still a number one contenders match. So we had my guy Swerve Strickland. Everybody who's ever watched this show knows Swerve Strickland's my guy. Versus Ricochet. I want to shout out Ricochet for even getting himself into a position to be the number one contenders match for a world championship. I don't think that ever happened in WWE. So shout out to him for at least getting that. Of course, it was good storytelling. Swerve's. I'm not gonna do it. But good story. They had built it up since the arrival of Ricochet. They kind of built into this story. We had to push with Swerve and Prince Nana, but nothing was gonna happen because that's his guy. Like he didn't got beat up by everybody and try to join other groups. He didn't want to leave because he didn't want to rock with nobody besides Prince Nana. So they got the jacket back. So Prince Nana is not quitting. What a shock! And Swerve Strickland on pay-per-view dusted off of Mr. Ricochet and sent him back to the mid-card where he belongs. But shout out to him for trying to get over.
There's I don't want to say news, but it's a story surrounding Strickland.
Okay.
He might be in that Julia category, which is not good. Might not be seeing Swerve for a while.
He definitely may be.
He hurt.
Hopefully, we'll see him in time for him to. Stories are that he has an undisclosed, so far I've heard, injury. They haven't said what it is. Hopefully, he'll be back in time to for his championship shot. But they can always kind of push that off until he's healthy because they didn't really specify like a specific. They did, but they did. You know how they go. All right. Any thoughts, Yo-Yo, on the Swerve match?
Nope.
Whose house? All right. We had an AEW Continental Championship match. Brody King versus Kazuchika.
You said Brody King. You might as well go to the next match because you already know who won.
Kata's probably defended his belt about 3 times. I remember maybe 4. And yeah, he did beat Brody King for sure. Then we had another super obvious Captain Obvious type match. We had the group that says we hurt people. We hurt people. And ironically, I like both of these guys as well as Swerve. The Hurt Syndicate against these guys called the Outrunners.
Wasted time.
We know who won. That was the Hurt Syndicate dominated as they should against a group of guys named Outrunners who look like they're powderheads from the 80s.
Yes.
And this is where the match of the night comes into play.
The story?
Yes.
The movie? Are we talking about the movie?
Yes, the movie.
The
We're talking about the Hollywood
AEW Women's World Championship.
Miss Yo-Yo, we're going to go to you on this one. You tell us, what's your thoughts on this match?
So I got to be honest with you guys. I ain't seen none of the matches. I just read about it.
It happens.
But I read that it was a great match and that it really was a great, like, put together storyline all the way to the end. I've always liked Toni Storm. I like Mariah May is able to stick with Toni Storm and her acting skills. I heard it was a bunch of shoe throwings and shoes and blood and stuff going on. Wish I could have seen it, but I'm glad Toni won.
They both had a handful of glass.
Oh wow!
Trying to punch each other.
Did they not cut their hands?
Yep.
Oh, it was blood everywhere. Oh, it was.
Yeah, they didn't care.
And I heard she had a whole thing that said the end at the end of the match.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there was a Hollywood inspired table. Toni Storm hit the Storm Zero after hitting the after using the shoe. You know, she's the big with that the shoe.
The shoe.
Tits up.
Watch for the
Watch
shoe.
the shoe. Yeah, she didn't watch for the shoe, so she got the shoe, and then she got a Storm Zero. But it was so brutal that she just draped her arm over after the Storm Zero to get the win. Like she couldn't even literally cover. She was just draped her arm. It was great though. It was cinema is the best. It was violence. You know, just unbridled violence at its best. These were two people who hated each other, and neither one of them wanted to lose, but somebody had to lose. And to me, the right person won, but it was a bloody, violent story, especially between two women.
It wouldn't be AEW if you ain't see blood.
This is true.
But they grow a handful
they be cutting
of
themselves like the NWA back in the 80s.
But have a fistful of glass, it was ridiculous. I was like, goddamn, they actually trying to kill each other. And they was already busted open before they did that.
Yep.
I'll see the highlights.
The fact that match didn't close out the fact that match didn't close out the show, Tony Khan, something's wrong with you.
We know what's wrong with him. All right, then we had AEW International Championship match, Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita. We knew who was going to win this match the whole entire time. It was a good match. And a lot of these, I felt like the matches themselves were good matches, but they did a poor job of questioning who could win the actual match. Of course, Kenny Omega won.
Yeah, just like the next match, too.
Yep. And then we had Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match.
Uzzy.
I mean, bloody. Yep. I. And all that. Two Aussie Open guys. So doing this match after the Toni Storm Mariah May match was the worst idea. It was a bloody steel cage match, but it could not surpass that one. And giving us the penultimate match of a pay-per-view and then sticking on 3 more matches. So AEW. It was a good match, just poorly placed, just because, again, another bloody battle after what you just saw between Toni Storm and Mariah May just kind of made it not even as important as it should.
You made that match the semi-main event.
Right. And he lost with was a Styles Clash on thumbtacks was how Kyle Fletcher.
The fact that I said the fact that I said that was the semi-main event. Do you need to go full screen for the main event, sir?
No, I don't. I need to go full screen.
Because I feel this is a cool tangent moment right here.
So I'm going to allow you guys to say anything you want to say first, because what I want to say is
no, let my sister
the
talk.
main event of this match.
One of the competitors is somebody that she loves, so I would like for my sister to go.
I did. I just gotta set the correct stage. Set the correct stage. Ain't nobody gonna not let your sister talk.
Who we talking about? Because
we in the main event.
Heyman had a match.
Main event, AEW Championship.
Yeah, Heyman opened up the show.
Oh, that match opened up the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a better match than this one, too. So, Christian Cage.
He still got that damn contract.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Christian Cage cashed in his guaranteed title match and then got choked out by Jon Moxley.
Oh. Yeah, I heard that that was a terrible match. Like, yeah.
Man, that was terrible cash in. That was.
Moxley is tearing down AEW one match at a time.
But that one his official match though.
Oh,
no.
He supposed to been fighting Cope, right? The little
so the match was
whatever Edge.
Yeah, the match was supposed to be him and Cope. Here's the problem. Cope is done. All right. Great on the mic. Put him in a multi-man match. Cool. As a guy that can carry a main event match, no. Adam Copeland, Sexton Hardcastle, Edge, whatever you want to call him. He's past that point now. He's the guy that he can still go. He can still be in good matches, but not main event matches. It was a slow plodding match. It felt like a 0 hour match for most of the match. Late in the match, when Christian came out and started doing his foolishness, then that's when people start saying, okay, well, what's going to happen? And we still get, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. We still get a super, I'm going to say mega supporter, because I don't want to go any further. Jon Moxley finding a way to win. Why Christian wouldn't just say, let's wait till this match is like completely over, they beat each other up, and then try to weasel his way in? I don't know. But that's what happened. There were some spears from Cope. Cheers were introduced. Referee was down. But Christian decided to come in, and he just got... If I ever... Again, Christian too. Edge and Christian, because that's what I'm going to call them. Edge and Christian. No Christian Cage, no Cope. Edge and Christian as main event individuals, you're done. Son, you're done. Don't ever do it again. Tony Khan, I don't care how many tornadoes you're putting yourself in. Those boys are done. They're cooked. Do better. Okay? Do better.
Especially Edge.
Yeah. Do better. You cooked. My man was out for a long time with the back thing, got back, got some matches. It's cool. He still can have a role in AEW. They got 1,000 championships, so he can still get one, but he's not a main event guy. Mid-card. It's mid-card Cope, and I would say low-card Christian. Anybody who's associated with Christian after this match should leave him. He should be by himself, and everyone should act like they never were associated with him. Because if your leader is the one that gets manhandled in the match and choked out by a super mega man, Jon Moxley, what are you even there for? And you didn't even start the match. No. This is horrible, right? This if you were looking at this pay-per-view, right, and you were saying, oh, it's pretty good. Some of the matches we kind of knew was going to end, but it's really good. 0 hour, you can't give it an A because of 0 hour. After this main event, you cannot give this above a C. There is no possible way you can get this whole pay-per-view above a C. And giving it a C might be nice because you don't close the show with garbage. All right. Swerve Strickland tried to come save it. He leaped from the stands. There's a stomp to Moxley. And basically made himself the next challenger. This main event was a tone-deaf piece of garbage. On the card, okay. Near the beginning of the pay-per-view, okay. Middle end of the pay-per-view, hot garbage. This was not a main event match. This was not a main event spot. And no one in this match besides Swerve even performed at a level that should have been associated slightly with main event. It's terrible. I defend AEW and I say give them a chance, they're doing better. And then they come and do crap like this. But guess what? You suck. And until you do better, you suck. And one more time, you really suck, AEW.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was your cool attention for the evening. AEW Revolution Style.
You suck.
Did you want to add anything, AEW? You suck.
I think we can take a commercial break on that one. Because I knew a cool attention was coming. I knew it.
I tried to
That's
hold
why
it.
I said that's why I set it up the way that I did. Because I knew it was coming.
Hey, my nephew watching the show. I told him about you guys. He's a big
Oh,
wrestling fan too.
Cool.
Cool.
I like it. Oh man.
All right, so I'm gonna just hit the comments real quick, and then check.
I knew it. I knew you was going. I knew it.
Oh man. All right, so Cole says Yolanda ain't lying about AEW Revolution. Oh, I forgot to put it up there. I'm still laughing. Which is true. Cole says 3 out of 13. But we can
Make
definitely
that
take 6. There's 6 that automatically were garbage. The 5 on the pre-show and then supposedly main event.
You can say 4 because of that tangent he just went on. So
Cole also says Ricochet still needs to go back to WWE.
that's not happening.
It doesn't really matter where it goes, but that's true. Cole says he could take his nerd glasses, the 2-cent John Cena laugh, plus those golden scissors and leave AEW. Or, Cole, how about I edit the end for you? He can take those nerd glasses, that 2-cent John Cena laugh, and those golden scissors, shine them up real nice, turn them summer guns sideways, and shove them straight up his booty cheeks. How about that? I like where you were going, Cole, but we just need to take it all away.
Why would you waste that line on somebody like Ricochet?
It just feels. I mean, The Rock wasted it on a whole bunch of people that didn't deserve it. So,
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we talk about that. Cole says if Swerve is hurt, hopefully he'll be back to unseat Moxley at All In. Hopefully. Cole also says AEW title number, a whole bunch of numbers basically. Kenny Omega wins, right? Because there's like 1 billion titles anyway. So
that's more than 1 billion. That's more than a trade. I don't even know what.
It's a big
number. I don't even know what number Cole just came up with.
That's funny.
The morning shift Cole says
they
outrun us. MTV called. They want all their archive footage back.
Exactly. You hit it. You hit it right there.
Cole is cooking. He is cooking. He's cooking. All right. Cole also says Mariah and Tony are willing to be hardcore. Both were bleeding all throughout their faces when the match was over. This is correct, sir. Cole also says Tony Storm versus Mariah May match of the night. I'm going to go so far as to say Tony Storm versus Mariah May match of the year in AEW. Without a question. Call it recency bias. Call it prisoner of the moment.
Storyline of the year.
Oh, storyline of the company. As a whole. Cole does say that match should have closed out the show, which there's no one here that does not agree with you. I don't think there's anyone in internet that doesn't agree with you. Even the guys that are 35 in their grandma's basement agree with you. All right, Cole says, that's why I said Tony Khan needs an intervention playmaker. He does blow before making booking decisions. And he does extra declaring.
My thing was now we need an intervention. We didn't need one beforehand.
The main events were always at least like solid. But when you take a main event and you make it a steaming hot turd of monkey poop, that's when there's a serious problem. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. AEW. Cole says that dummy Khan forced Christian Cage to cash in on the Moxley Cope match. Moxley put Christian in the bulldog headlock. Christian placed his hand on the laid out Cope, which is really weird. Kind of unsettling too. Cole says Moxley tightened the hole on 2 and had Christian passed out. Right. Probably passed him out in real life too. The dude ain't like this big. Cole then says Cope is 41 years old and needs to help out new talent from this point forward. Right. And he could be international champion. And he can so he can help that out. The other thing that I think that Copeland could do is he could be a Ring of Honor champion. He was Chris Jericho could do that.
Did you really? Well, yeah, you got to point on that one. Chris Jericho is the Ring of Honor champion, so I can't say nothing on that one.
The new wave.
Oh, Lord.
Cole also says Jay Riso and Adam Copeland need to no longer take place in main events matches. I mean, he done went to the man's real name.
Yeah, he went full government name.
He went government name on Christian. He's exposing that man government name.
So those who don't know, he's talking about Christian and Edge.
Christian and Edge, yes.
In this
Jay, his name
Now
is
that
Jay.
Edge and Christian. I ain't doing no more of this Adam Copeland crap. You are Edge.
I
ain't
never
no
knew his name.
Christian, no cages, just Christian. I'm done with y'all. Cole says, I like that. John Moxley stars in Super Mega Man, rated F for Forgetful. Hey, that was the better way for me to say it than what I was going to originally say. So,
see,
in the middle, I was like, don't say that, say this.
Something wrong with you, son. Wrong with you, sir.
There definitely is. I've never argued that. DC Snipper Live Worldwide, LLC. Appreciate you for tuning in. He says, yo, great content. Stay locked in. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Real Wise Radio as well, where we are on live popping right now. Shout out to 502 Angel Radio as well. And yeah, it's time for that commercial break, and then we're gonna come back. And yeah, I think that was fun. It's about to get real fun. It's about to get really good. I'm excited to hear. Let's go.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. You Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
I just want to say that April was from April of last year. So it's been on since last year.
Yep.
Just to throw that out there. Playmaker.
Oh, Lord.
As well as Miss Yolanda. We are here. We are at WWE. I know what y'all want to talk about.
We
I
can
know.
order.
Playmaker, how you want to do things, big dog?
All right, so we officially a week past the Elimination Chamber, so we had the Fallout week.
Yeah.
CM Punk opened up Monday Night Raw with one of them promos that he gets into. Cool McCain, CM Punk went in.
He did.
On The Rock. On John Cena.
That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part. I died laughing so hard because he said everything I was thinking. Everything.
I could have said it better myself. Yolanda, I could have said it better
You're
myself.
too
The funny-
bald-headed.
The funny thing is, that was not a scripted promo by CM Punk.
When
He
do
came out
CM Punk ever do a scripted promo?
Well, you, contrary to belief, my sister, you believe that's a lot of people still believe that these promos be scripted.
I know that CM Punk do not go off a script. We all know that.
So when he came out there and said, "Just pick somebody for me to go off on," that
Pat
threw
McAfee.
a lot of people off because they did not expect that. Just pick a name, say somebody. I don't care.
Blame Pat McAfee. He started it.
Yeah, we also playing Pat McAfee for the reason why Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did what they did to each other. So
Because the crowd was chanting Seth Rollins. And here come Pat McAfee to some The Rock.
dude, front of boss. Pat, hey, cool. You know what? Pat McAfee, he be switching up. You notice that, right?
Pat
he be
McAfee,
switching up.
He remind me of Corey Graves.
Nah.
No, in this aspect.
Oh, I about to say he's nuts.
He be switching up.
Yeah, in this 10 minutes, that's my favorite guy. The rest of the time, I will throw him under the bus at the beginning of the show.
He always final boss. Hey, final boss. Who was the
Pat
first name
McAfee
he threw
is
out?
messy.
Final boss. Pat, you be switching up. Pat beats Pat.
That was his boy the last week, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Only in that though, Yolanda. Only in that aspect.
Yeah, he be switching up. Pat be switching up. Pat
Yeah.
does think people don't be paying attention.
He will switch up in the show. He will switch up on you in your segment.
Matter of fact, you seen the Elimination Chamber. Pat McAfee wanted the match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but when the match happened, how was Pat McAfee talking?
Like he wasn't the big one pushing forward. That's how.
That's why I getting on Pat McAfee last week. Like you wanted this
alternative history from Pat McAfee.
He goes in on the Rock.
Yeah. Really in.
He went in on John. He definitely went in on John Cena.
Oh, yes.
You called him two bald-headed frauds at that.
Yes. Both of them bald.
John Cena needs to go back to a buzz cut. Because all I'm saying is taking a whole piece of hair and trying to comb it over does not work in wrestling. Sir, it does not work.
So you start to see how the turn heel of John Cena is really affecting even those who work with John Cena inside WWE. A lot of people, they can't believe it. They turned him heel.
So they got videos of kids throwing their John Cena toys down the steps, saying, I hate John Cena.
I hate John Cena. Yep.
They have videos of people crying.
Yeah, the moment wasn't bigger than Hogan turning heel, but the impact was way bigger. Way bigger.
This is remarkable. And plus, he was going to get to Seth Rollins, but
he said, say it's Rollins' name, and Seth Rollins said it's on site, baby.
Man, it was definitely on site.
And it was on site both ways. This wasn't on one side of the site.
It was on site both ways a week.
As soon as he dropped the mic, and he was headed up there too.
We finna brawl this thing out for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, they was thugging it on that one.
They was even brawling during the commercial break.
They literally was thugging it out on that one. 100.
So Philly had a great showing to start the show.
They did. And CM Punk even shouted out, World Champion Philadelphia Eagles. Just want to put that out there.
So yeah, that was a fire rate started off, and then to kind of simmer the temperature down, they decided to go with Gunther versus Otis.
Anytime you have Gunther have a match, the temperature always goes down. That people can say what they want. You can call me whatever, but the proof is in the pudding with that one.
They did make Otis look good. which meant they had to force Gunther to put Otis to sleep. So, which they tried, didn't work, but he ended up getting the pinfall. Otis looked good. I give him that. He didn't look like a jobber. Triple H, thank God you proved me wrong on this match. Because I swore when I saw this match, I'm like, they bet not do it. The women's Intercontinental Championship was on the line between Lyra Valkyria and Ivy Nile. Lyra kept the title.
Let's be honest, man. American made, they're not championship material, not as a group. The
But they
individual
keep they keep pushing this storyline of they need to win title before Chad Gable gets back. And I'm like, is this really gonna happen? And they keep getting title matches.
And they keep catching L's.
Which, by the way, the Creed brothers went against the War Raiders for the tag team titles. They lost. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
So I see that we're not close to having this match coming in. Is this match gonna make it to the Mania card? Because they just have Ludwig Kaiser and Penta this keep going at each other. Are they really gonna drag this out to WrestleMania?
I don't know, but I will say this. I doubt it because I don't think that is a WrestleMania worthy match. And this is no disrespect. I just don't think that's a WrestleMania worthy match.
I'm pretty sure you want to get Penta on the card, but how do you get Penta on the card? That's the question.
A multi-person match.
Okay.
That's how you get him on the card.
Cole Johnson, I want your input on this one. How do we feel about the Judgment Day going out to Braun Breaker?
All four of them together might could beat him.
I'm just enjoying the fact that they're going after Braun Breaker to begin with in the first place.
Well, he took all of them out.
Yeah, all of them together maybe have a chance, but individually, you could just play Vince McMahon's old theme song.
No chance.
That's what you got.
Puppets.
Well, this is not a pay-per-view, but this was the main event. Rhea Ripley defending the women's championship, world championship, should I say, against Io Sky.
I was not happy with those results.
The reason why Ku McKay is throwing a smile up there because somebody else said the exact same thing before the match even happened.
Tell them why you're not happy, Yolanda. You tell them why you're not happy.
Because Rhea shouldn't have lost the belt, number one. And I want to see Rhea versus Bianca, not Rhea versus Io.
Right.
I mean, Bianca versus Io.
I get it. Yeah.
Rhea should be in WrestleMania main event. And haven't they already fought before?
Yes.
See, yeah. I don't know what they're doing with that.
As now Cole Jones is starting to realize, I ain't the only one that thinks this way.
And then who gonna be the heel? Who gonna be the face? Because is Io really a heel?
No.
Exactly.
It's gonna be face versus face.
Which
So we're
all
gonna get
sucks.
Let's go, Io Bianca. Let's go, Io Bianca. We're gonna get that.
Exactly.
Now, let me dive into this match.
Have at it.
For those of you who use your platform, like me and Ku does, to sit here and say that Bianca Belair was the heel on Monday night, what are you smoking? What did Bianca do that was heel? I would like to know the answer to that.
Just wore black. That's it.
No, we're not Friday. I'm talking about Monday.
Oh.
What did she do that made her a heel? If I don't recall, she didn't want to see a count out victory. Am I right, Ku McCain?
You're right.
And the fans don't like count out victories either, right?
Correct.
So that's not a heel. Secondly, she wasn't the first one that made contact. Who was the first one that made contact?
Rhea.
Bianca responded in kind correctly.
Correct.
Is that a heel move?
No.
It is if you're trying to make somebody heal in your own mind. Alter reality.
If anybody was the heel in this situation, it was Mommy that was the heel in this situation.
Absolutely.
When have you ever seen Rhea wanting to count out victory? Ain't Rhea the one wanting to beat you so bad in the ring that you know for a fact that you can't top her?
And then kind of dry hump you, pin you a little bit. That's what she normally does.
But all of a sudden, we get the Io Sky and sees a little heel tendencies coming out of Mommy. So Rhea's the one that was showing the heel tendencies here, not Bianca. Which is one of the reasons why that, even though Cole Jones didn't say this, he was probably thinking it. One of the reasons why Io Sky's a part of this whole situation with the other two from NXT. Io has a pretty good record against Rhea and Bianca. Matter of fact, Rhea has not even beaten Io Sky.
Yeah, I was about to say she's undefeated against Rhea though.
So you want to know kind of reason why Io's a part of this trio right here? Because he's the one person that neither one of the two has been able to beat like that.
One of them at all and one of them consistently.
So yes, like Cole Johnson said last week, which I still hate, we getting a triple threat match for that title at WrestleMania between Rhea, Bianca, and Io Sky.
So they're just gonna add Rhea in there?
No, they're adding Io to it.
That's the worst thing they could do, honestly.
It was always Rhea and Bianca. They adding Io into the mix. That's why Io has the title.
You're saying that they're adding Rhea to it, but they were saying that whoever won the title, that's who's going to go against Bianca at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Technically, they're adding Rhea because
on the surface they're adding Rhea. On the surface they added Rhea, but all along they was adding Io.
Officially made that though?
No, it's getting we're getting there.
That's what your brother believes.
We're getting there.
I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying that's what your brother believes.
I can see it too because it doesn't make any sense for Io and Bianca to go against each other. I can see that they have to have some type of heel in this match. So I guess what you saying that Rhea's showing all the heel tendencies, it'll be her in a triple threat, which I didn't want to see either, but whatever.
That's what Triple H is doing. I don't like it. Now we get over to SmackDown.
There we go.
Tiffany Stratton, had some words with the United States champion and Piper Niven, and that set up a match between the champ and Piper Niven, and the champ handled business and beat Piper Niven. Yet again, Chelsea Green, being the idiot that she is, making matches when she don't even think about it.
Or does she?
You can say, does she? But the way her character is set up, she don't be paying attention to what comes out of her mouth.
For now, that's the way her character is set up.
Knowing that she had a street fight match with Meacham later on that night, and your top security person that has a match with the champion.
Your only security person.
So we thought.
At the time, your only security person.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, we none of us see it coming at all. Mm-hmm. But Tiffany Stratton got the dub and was attacked by the Queen, Charlotte Flair, sending a message to the champ.
Watch your
The
back.
queen is not all talk. When she says she's gonna do something, you better have your head on the swivel. I think it's a much needed lesson from the champ, because when the queen says she's gonna be around, she literally means she's gonna be around.
And it wasn't Tiffy time.
Nope.
They need to do something else with Tiffany Stratton. She's losing me.
I would get back
Take
to
that cut off of it. That's what they need to do.
stick with the queen. Brian says they had an interview with her, and then our girl B-Fab decided to step in. And I'm like, out of all people, why you B-Fab? Why you got to be the one to do the work? Why you?
You about to
Why?
get your work.
Why? like why? Why you? Out of all people, why you?
I'm not gonna be upset.
Nobody else on that roster we could have chose.
I'm not gonna be upset seeing B-Fab in her wrestling gear out there to ring. I'm not gonna be upset about that. I'm not gonna be upset about that.
But you do understand what's going to happen, right?
I understand what's gonna happen, but I am approaching this with the glass half full mentality.
The fact that B-Fab gets to be on your TV, that's what you said.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In her wrestling gear, performing wrestling moves. I'm gonna take that as a win instead of in the back having segments. You take that as a win.
That's cool McCain for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
We had a number one contenders triple threat match for the WWE Tag Team titles. Motor City Machine Gun against Pretty Deadly and Los Garza. They got me on this one. I did not see Pretty Deadly winning this match.
I didn't see Pretty Deadly. I picked either one of the other two teams over them. I did.
Yes, boys.
Yeah, they made them clowns. So
yeah, they both got a dub. Surprisingly, I did not see that coming.
You could have told me that was gonna happen. I'd be like, man, you stop playing. Don't do that. So.
And with that loss, Santos Escobar was not too pleased with Los Garza. He said some changes need to happen. And then all of a sudden, Andrade comes walking in to talk to Humberto. So, why would you take that from Santos?
You know what's funny? Santos has higher expectations for them than he does for himself. Because he ain't beating nobody.
He hasn't. He hasn't.
Humberto, I'm like, yo, why am I going to stay here with this cat? And he's going to try to talk trash to me. He can't beat nobody either. Yes, sir.
I would come back to the story of the night. Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. Braun Strowman wins by DQ because, of course, anytime you face somebody from that family, you know what happens.
From that branch of the family.
And then we had a standoff between the monster of all monsters and the Samoan werewolf. With the monster actually standing on top for once.
I mean,
and yet,
to make it kind of even
and yet, and still, Jacob Fatu still leaving Ray Barrett clueless because he still stood up after going through two tables.
Yeah, you got to do something to keep it something relevancy for it, because I think that's gonna be the WrestleMania match. Everybody's saying him versus Solo, but I think it's gonna be him and Braun Strowman, because they like to have that meaty man match for Yolanda.
Need black meaty men.
Well, one is Samoan.
Yeah, one is Samoan. Unless it's Randy.
We had a street fight for the United States Championship between the champ Chelsea Green versus Meacham. Chelsea Green came out in her Cactus Jack outfit for this,
which actually looked good on her.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then Meacham repping for the Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And just when you thought Meacham was finally gonna get Chelsea Green,
gotcha.
Albert Fire returned to throw a monkey wrench in the whole system.
What happened to what's the name?
Released.
Yeah.
Oh.
No more Isla Dawn. Alba was the one with the cakes anyway, so they kept the cakes.
Who?
So-
the red-headed one didn't have cakes, but the other one do.
I think you got that backwards, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I got it backwards.
You got it
Yeah.
backwards.
So they got rid of the cakes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, you guys are terrible.
Alba Fire
This was not
returned.
a Shawn Michaels decision. I'm just gonna say that.
Alba Fire returned, and now she's part of the Secret Service of the United States Champion Chelsea Green. Did not have that on my bingo card.
Who cares?
They decided to run it back with Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso, with Drew getting the dub this time. So I guess we got to get out. So I guess we got to get around 3 at some point. Cole Johnson is stupid.
Oh, you stupid. Yeah, I got that one backwards. My fault, y'all. I'm normally a connoisseur of cakes. I don't know what happened.
Sir, you might want to get that favorite button on yours ready.
Yeah.
United States Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura defending against the LA Knight. Will they actually do a title change here, or will they keep it on Shinsuke Nakamura? Unfortunately for Charles Robinson, he was the one that took the miss to the eyes, unfortunately. So he couldn't finish the match, which actually screwed Shinsuke and himself, because pretty much Shinsuke screwed Shinsuke. LA Knight hit the PFT. 1, 2, 3. And And LA Knight is back as United States champion on the road to the WrestleMania.
We got gold back on LA Knight. Let's go. At least we care about him. And not Darth Shinsuke.
All right, to close out the show, and I'm going to go back to the main point in a minute. Cody Rhodes had something to say. Oh, of course he had something to say. You just got, what are we going to call it? Embarrassed? What are the words we can use of what happened to him on Elimination Chamber?
He got jumped.
He got dog walked.
Yeah. There you go.
So it's Friday night. First time we get to see the champ after such a shocking event in Toronto.
Thankfully, he didn't open up Raw.
I might have some news about that when it comes to tonight's Raw, though.
We're not going to talk about tonight. At least they didn't do it last week. We know it's coming.
And so,
at least for 1 week, we got a reprieve.
He got a nice shining on his eye. I can tell you that.
yeah, old boy need to get sued.
I don't think that came from Trevor. I think that came from
That came from down with their watch.
Oh, I'm talking about his busted eardrum.
Oh, you're talking about the eardrum?
You probably can do that, but I think that's part of the plan too. So
yeah, it probably ain't even really busted. You know how they be.
Mm.
That shine look real though. That shine look real.
It do.
That's makeup. That's that monster movie, killing people makeup.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he was hurt.
Yeah.
He ain't hurt that the final boss picked somebody else. He ain't hurt about that. He hurt the fact it was John Cena that did it. And to actually call John Cena out, he told John Cena, if you want some, come get some. I'm like, that's the Cody Rhodes Cool McCain want to see every week. The fiery Cody Rhodes.
Wait to the ring, smile, get in the ring, talk your ish. And that's what we do.
That's the Cody Rhodes Cool McCain want to see.
It is.
But that's not what people are talking about. What people are talking about is what
are they
happened.
talking about? Hey, them big three.
The Bianca Belair comes to the ring. Not even smiling. She should be smiling though. She's going to WrestleMania. She's fighting for a title. She's not smiling. Because this whole thing with Jade and Naomi, something doesn't seem right in this whole situation. Neither one is returning Bianca's text messages and phone calls. But Bianca, she needs some closure. She wants to focus on WrestleMania and winning the title. But her two friends are going at each other. Naomi comes out.
Heavily going at each other.
Bianca asked her straight up, did you or did you not attack Jade? Naomi was deflecting the question.
We need to be focused on getting our tag team championships back.
Why is you deflecting, Naomi? What is going on here? Why is you deflecting? It got to the point where Bianca actually called her Trinity to get her to stop. For Naomi to finally say that she did it.
I did it.
I did it for the Raw.
She's in that family, so I can't say nothing about that. She's in the family.
It is her father-in-law.
I did it for the Rock.
So she did it for.
I did it for you, B.
Saying that Jay was pretty much holding Bianca back. If I'm putting in the lamest terms.
Yep.
She's riding her coattail.
And nobody has
Naomi's back.
Nope.
So
she had her own back.
Basically, I put this in Kendrick Lamar terms. Naomi was like mother, the big three. It's just big meat.
Big meat. That's what Jay said. It's just big meat.
So this drama was played live on national television. Bianca can't believe it. We're done. Walked away, and she got called the unforgivable word by Naomi.
The B word.
I ain't see that coming. It broke my heart.
That was wild.
And just when they were teasing you, like, is Bianca finna go back in there and whoop you and bring Naomi for that? Car pulls up. Everybody know who it was. Before she even got in the car, we know who it was.
The violence of the pull-up, we knew who it was. It was a violent pull-up.
Jay hopped out that car. Here we go. And I like what Ray Barry say. You better wipe them tears away, Naomi. Get your running shoes, because here comes Jay. Jay gets to the ramp, looks at Bianca. Bianca like, go ahead, do what you got to do. And she pretty much decimated Naomi again. My sister, this is your three girls. One big drama.
Yeah. I just want to say that their acting was on point. The fact that they were able to pull out them tears, amazing. But I didn't want it to be Naomi. I didn't want to break up the group. But it's going to be a good match between them two. I can see it. I see a great match coming. WrestleMania.
Anything you want to say, cool, before I go?
Just want to say the WWE could not allow me to have triple caramel cakes. You just couldn't, could you? You just couldn't. You just could not. But it's okay. It's okay. I think that this was well done. It made a lot of sense. And you had to do something to kind of break up this monotony. You know, you wanted to send Bianca to the main event. You weren't going to have Jade and Naomi team. So this makes logical sense as a way to get that match and that feud going. And you can push away from this for a minute, let Jade go through some people, because according to a lot of locker room sources, a lot of people have some problems with Jade in the locker room. So they can take out some of the problems in the ring, some stiff matches, and then you can get back to Naomi in the future too. So I'm digging it.
All right. So you guys already referenced to what this storyline is. And there's still a lot of people that's saying Bianca's still the mastermind behind all of this. Even what happened on Friday, people still believe Bianca's behind it.
Again, they just believe what they want to believe. It ain't got to be true.
I am definitely firmly believing that Naomi has somebody else, and I'm still going with Bailey.
Absolutely.
Because now, watching this unfold, cool, my sister, Bianca is in the role of The Rock. She is the pawn in this whole situation. Everything's revolving around her, and she don't even know it. Now, the reason why I'm more firmly on Bailey because, as I said last week, who was standing beside Naomi when they was putting Jay Cargill into the ambulance?
And who's the one person left that Naomi can say hasn't turned their back on her?
Who was the person that actually took Jay Cargill's spot at War Games?
And who wanted her in the match?
And then, who was the one that was trying to butter up to Bianca because of what their history was not being very friendly before that moment in time?
It's all the same person.
And you notice she got traded to Raw. But how many times she been on Raw? Your main show is Raw, but you showed up on NXT more times than you showed up on Raw.
Valid.
You ain't objecting my sister because I'm still in the camp of Bailey being behind this. That's just me. And cool. I'm just saying. Now, cool loves Bailey.
Yes, cool does.
But we calling a spade here.
That doesn't mean she's not behind it.
We firmly believe Bailey's behind this. And they just playing beyond. And here's the other thing. I want your thoughts on this, cool. And my sister. They want Bianca to turn heel, right? They might turn her heel, but they ain't gonna turn her heel the way that people think they're gonna turn her heel.
You know, the other thing is, they just proved that you don't take a top money earner and turn him heel. The fans just proved that that's not the way WWE wants to go. Just proved that. And y'all dummies still out here running around talking about Bianca's behind and she's going to be a heel. Bianca is the number one grossing woman. She's the John Cena Make-A-Wish woman for the girls. She's that. And y'all think they're going to turn her heel. Y'all want to see. And then
the same time they turn John Cena heel. Here's my thing. I got a feeling when Bianca turns heel, it's going to be out of necessity. It's going to get to a point where she's going to snap.
It's going to be more of a tweener, I think, than a true heel.
I think she just going to snap because everything that the more this keeps happening, she going to finally snap on somebody. And that's how she going to turn heel. Ain't going to be no elaborate plan. No, she just going to finally snap. Because now she's the pawn and everybody's playing with her.
And darling, she ain't no toy.
And when that happens, it's going to be a problem. Anything you want to say, my sister? Yeah, she talking. We can't hear you because I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, we can't hear you. I see you trying to talk, but we can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
No, audio went away. That sucks.
Yeah. That's weird.
Very weird. All right. Anything you want to add? Cool. Because we are at the 8 o'clock mark.
No, I'm
And
good.
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes is at Madison Square Garden as we speak. So you know what that means.
You gonna whine some more about John Cena?
That's why when you said, I'm like, yeah, I might have some news about that one.
I mean, it was always only going to be a 1 week thing, but at least they did it for 1 week.
CM Punk, Seth Rollins steel cage match, and I pick no winner. The Tribal Chief returns.
How about that? I picked Roman Reigns as the winner.
That's what I'm feeling. The Tribal Chief returns, and we finally get that triple threat match that everybody kept claiming.
Well, I think he's going to be the final chief now.
Not the final chief.
Apparently, there's a new trademark for the final chief.
Oh, Lord.
TFC.
Rey Mysterio, Dragon League, battling the New Day in a Tornado tag team match. I haven't seen one of those in forever. And I'm with him on that one. Jay Uso is going one-on-one with Grayson Waller.
Yeet.
And AJ Styles calling out the Maverick tonight.
He ain't do nothing but punch him.
And hopefully we get to see Mommy and see how she responds to losing her title.
We need Mommy and Jay together now.
Oh, hell. You thought Jay and Bianca was on. You put Mommy and Jay together.
No,
every
Jay.
title they...
Mommy and Jay.
Nah, that ain't happening.
We need it. I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying we need it. We don't get a lot of stuff we need.
Oh, clearly. Because I'm getting a tour threat match I never asked for. Darn Triple H. When just my WrestleMania card, when my WrestleMania card was filling out very nicely.
I will say, I do like the New Day's new music though. I will give them that.
So this week is all about Madison Square Garden. Tonight, Monday Night Raw, which is on right now, and then tomorrow, NXT Roadblock.
On Friday, Street Profits Tag Team Championship match.
They're not winning that match. That match going to get destroyed some type of way.
Hunter. They better not lose.
I'm telling you, their match is going to get destroyed some type of way.
Fine, but they better not lose.
they
better not lose. Look me in my eyes, Paul.
They saving it for WrestleMania.
They better not lose. They ain't got to win, but they better not lose.
They saving it for WrestleMania.
They bet not lose.
They might lose in a cheating fashion.
They better not lose.
But they saving it for WrestleMania.
They ain't got
every tag team on SmackDown is going to be fighting for that title at WrestleMania.
I'm just saying they can't lose. That's fine if they get payback because they was out there beating everybody up a couple of weeks ago, but they better not lose.
All right, let's go.
All right, for Miss Yolanda, who having a little technical difficulties. For my man, the playmaker, it's your boy Cool McCain. We out. We will return next week. Thank you to everyone in the comments. I know we didn't get to read over these last ones, but hey, we had a lot to get to. A whole lot to get to. Tune in with us next week. Same bat station, same bat channels. If you're watching from anywhere other than some of the other joints, just hop on. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Support everybody. There's enough love to go around. Make sure you tell 4 people who you think are your friends. They may or may not be. And 4 people who don't like you. Right? Because just because they don't like you does not mean that they won't like us. Because we know they're going to like us. And Miss Yolanda, just like our man, Mr. Cole Johnson, doors always open for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. And we got more people that want to come and discuss some wrestling here on the Monarchs. You'll be seeing them. Y'all know how we get down. Last but not least, it's never where you start. It's always where you finish. And we out. We'll be back next week. Tell a friend to tell a friend and have them tell a friend too.